Hello YouTube and welcome back to The Zone, where today, ladies and gentlemen, there are actually quite a number of few articles that came up. Technically, these are technically sagas that happened round about either at the same time or just before the Jackie saga, and I thought to myself, we may as well do these anyway, because these were only sort of like the middle period between between classic Chris and Chris transitioning into the Dark Ages, as they were. So with that being said, let's get started with Flipnote Hatena. And I'm going to possibly suspect I'll have to pause this in a second because no one's going to get the phone. Bitch ass motherfucker. So right, where were we? Flipnote Hatena was a website where users could upload and share their creations from the free downloadable application for the Nintendo DSi, the Flipnote Studio. I actually did own a DSi XL about 9 years ago, but I never got the Flipnote Studio app, which allowed users to create both world and picture-based notes with the stylus, add sound, and put them together to create frame-by-frame Flipnote-styled animations. Now that sounds actually pretty cool. Other users could comment on them either by text or by creating a Flipnote. And back then in 2010-11, that's not a bad idea. In June 2010, Chris was spotted at Fridays After 5, there's another article on that, event in Charlottesville, among some very disturbing behaviour. Of course there would be. Chris was seen playing with his DSi for some time. It later came to light that after leaving the internet forever, he was now spending his time on Flipnote Hatena, drawing comments in replies to various Flipnotes. Being a retard, well, no, despite all that, I don't think Chris is retarded, no. He makes really, really dumb decisions, but no, he's not technically retarded. He helped a valiant troll to find him by registering with his full name. Super. Great, good going, Chris. After a little more than 2 weeks of shameless self-promotion and sharing his creepy sex fantasies with the world, Chris got himself banned. What a surprise. Chris's account became active again on the 24th of July prior to the service ending on the 31st of May 2013. But it's 21st, so it went on for about 3 years. That's not too bad for that sort of thing because it looked pretty popular for lasting that long. Chris's Flipnote career. Predictably, Chris's first contribution to the Flipnote community was a picture of Sonichu. Because when you proclaim you want to leave the internet forever, you don't want to leave any traces of your old life behind. Posted on the 17th of June 2010, over the next 2 weeks, he added several more Flipnotes featuring a mixture of his trademarks, whining about trolls, and random access humour. Chris's Flipnotes freely swiped from various sources of inspiration. He ripped off some other users' Flipnotes almost wholesale. Used his bases for his works, and even plagiarized the 1983 animated Peanuts cartoon Sally at School to produce 2 of his shorts. He stole the dialogue from the first few minutes almost verbatim. The word princess is replaced with sexy, beautiful woman. Oh, so now it's completely fine for Chris to do what he did? I don't think. Because Chris has a one-track mind and used them in his crude animations. Oh boy, the crude ones. Oh boy. Actually, I'll just show you guys very quickly here. Further proof that Sonichu will dominate every aspect of Chris's life until the day he dies. Sad but true, I'm afraid, again. On the 29th of June 2010, Chris first drew the attention of the site's administrators when they removed several of his rule-infringing Flipnotes. For example, Romantic Labyrinth was taken down for being disturbingly sexual. Other Flipnotes were removed from the site for other reasons. Chris autographing many of his Flipnotes infringes their rule about sharing personal information, and several of his other Flipnotes infringed intellectual property rights. As if Chris didn't feel as if like the law went as far out as to a Flipnote studio that you could go on the internet. They see if Sega and Nintendo were not going to come down hard on Sonic Shoe being a clear infringement of their copyrights, this is absolutely what it would have looked like if Sega or Nintendo went anywhere further with Chris and Sonic Shoe. Over the next few days, Chris failed to get the message and repeatedly re-uploaded several of his deleted Flipnotes. If at first you don't succeed, try again until you get yourself arrested. On the third version of Romantic Labyrinth, Chris accused the trolls of trying to make him look like a homo, because everything has to come back down to him being accused of being a homo, and the troll was being at fault for something that, again, was completely Chris's fault. We're going to add that one to the list as well if anyone from ContraPoints wants to say I'm lying. And stubbornly tried to re-upload the Flipnote to prove otherwise. The site's administrators ran out of patience on the 2nd of July 2010 and banned him. At least the admins, they knew what they were doing. They weren't going to tolerate that bullshit. Note that the moderators of the site were, by nature of their position, no doubt well aware of how trolling and various other forms of internet harassment work. Despite what Chris would have you believe, there would never have been punished for him for what someone else did in his comment section. Unlike Chris, they didn't have an effectively infinite amount of time to dick around on the internet, so they wouldn't take kindly to flag abuse either. Someone didn't give him exactly what he wanted, so he decided to go out of his way to flip his shit and get himself banned, without trying to be banned and without ever understanding the reasons for being banned, from yet another public venue that dozens, hundreds, thousands, or millions of people will use every day without issue, proving once again, and as always, that no one can troll Chris better than Chris himself. Chris's Flipnotes return. After the week was over and I was able to again access the Hatena for my DSi, I had previously unlinked my DSi from my past account and relinked it to a new account with a different name. Chris on his approach to ban evasion. This would have worked if this was completely kept under wraps, but I think that's asking just a wee bit too much for him, don't you think? Showing once again that he never learns, on the 24th of July, a number of Chris's Flipnotes reappeared, including the tame version of Romantic Labyrinth. This time, though, he disabled comments on all his submissions, perhaps working on the assumption that it was the comments from viewers and not the content of his Flipnotes that led to his original ban. Within 2 days after Chris's return to the site, several of his Flipnotes disappeared from his account, including Romantic Labyrinth, and others that have been deleted before violating the terms of service. He later re-uploaded and deleted Flipnotes. After what felt like the 6th time of re-uploading these animations, none of them were taken down. Either this was because the mods got tired of dealing with his bullshit, or because vigilantes had given up reporting them. On the 10th of June, almost a year later, Chris made a 3DS Flipnote complaining how Nintendo wasn't making an update for the 3DS fast enough for his liking. And then, departure again. On the 31st of May 2013, Flipnote Hatena was shut down, with Flipnotes no longer visible from either the official site or the application itself. Luckily, Chris's Flipnotes have been mirrored on YouTube. In total, Chris has made 12 Flipnotes, got 24,465 views, received 22,482 stars, and received 604 comments. That feels way too more than it needed to be, but okay. Flipnote Studio 3D. On the 13th of March 2013, it was announced that the DSi incarnation of Flipnote Hatena would be shut down on the 31st of May in favor of another incarnation for the Nintendo 3DS called Flipnote Studio 3D. It was released in Japan on the 24th of July 2013, and after plenty of pushbacks and anticipation, was released in February of 2015 for American Club Nintendo users as a going-away present for the program's shutdown in June 2015. Nearly 2 years after its Japanese release, owing to Chris's prior interest in the application and his current ownership of a 3DS, it seemed likely that he would join the new community especially considering how he gushed about the game a day later on Facebook. Of particular note, this is that while the ordinary version of Flipnote Studio 3D is free, a version that allows one to view creations from all over the globe will cost a monthly fee. Owing to Chris's spending habits, it is unknown if he used the worldwide version. Well, he probably did, but, you know. Flipnote Studio 3D also allowed one to download previous Flipnotes made on Hatena, a feature that Chris could have abused. I'm going to say they could have abused because I don't think there's any information as to whether or not he actually did or not. Aside from using Miiverse to spam the community with his Sonic Boom protests, oh boy, we're going to get to that, he never re-uploaded his old Flipnotes, including Romantic Labyrinth. Either he learned his lesson, or he was simply too lazy to try and re-upload it again. Most likely the latter. Flipnote Studio 3D was closed on April 2nd, 2018, with Chris doing anything of note. Fair enough at that. Chris's comments. We'll take a look at the list. Well, I'll tell you what, let's see if we can do the list of Flipnotes right here. Yeah, okay, we could just about go through most of these. From the 17th of June 2010 to the 1st of July 2010, Chris discovered and then abused and lost a way to put videos on the web without reliance on YouTube. For 2 frantic weeks, Chris churned out animation after animation until he was temporarily banned. But regardless of where Chris uploads his videos, the Quickville library will provide mirrors, and our team of Christorians will provide transcripts and summaries. So if you want to go check out his animations yourself, you can check out the library. At the risk of me like going up to, let's say, Romantic Labyrinth, no, I think it'd be probably better for my sake if I didn't show anything that would compromise, you know, me getting banned off YouTube as well. A lot of his Flipnotes have been deleted from the Flipnote Hatena site, either due to pornographic content or to Chris's jargon, including your real name. On May 31st, 2013, with Hatena shut down, all of his Flipnotes are now gone. However, these are the ones that shows. Unnamed Sonichu drawing. An unmoving picture of Sonichu, proving once again that Chris's original creation will infect every host it is to represent or presented with for the rest of Chris's life. It has been taken down, re-uploaded upon his ban evasion on the 24th of July, and deleted on the 26th. Ultimate Nightmare. A strange loop of a stick figure walking in place while a high-pitched tone plays in the background. According to Chris, the figure is walking at a rate of 1/8 of a millimeter per hour, when in reality it doesn't move anywhere. Don't get trolled. A parody of another animation Chris commented on extensively, Chris adds very little to the original, scrolling in some laughable anti-trolling messages, and of course inserting a picture of Sonichu. It was taken down and uploaded again on the 24th. Hippo on your head. A bizarre short in which Chris makes a failed attempt at random access humor by dropping a hippopotamus on a child's head, then defacing his shattered corpse. Splendid. Random Humor 1. A 2-part animation in which all of the dialogue is stolen directly from Peanuts. The second has been taken down, both parts re-uploaded on the 24th, and then the second part deleted on the 26th. Random Song 1. A short animation of a farmer not understanding a cow. Contains yet another example of random access humor and is therefore infuriatingly unfunny. Cheesy. A very short animation in which Chris rips off a bunch of lines from Foster's Home for Imaginary... Okay. Tagged Flipnote. Chris writes a load of nonsense about his one true love, himself. Taken down. Edit me. Chris demands a bunch of trolls prove their honesty by joining him in a edit meme. Tech savvy as he is, he locked the file for editing. It was later taken down. Yeah. An old classic dream. Chris breaks every Flipnote rule here as he is animating one of his sex streams. Oh boy. Unsurprisingly, it was promptly taken down and Chris tried several times to re-upload it, including after evading his ban on the 24th of July. A later version included hastily drawn clothes in order to fit the animation within the site's rules. Interestingly, that was the one that was apparently not taken down. for women only. After failing to re-upload an old classic Dream, Chris attempts to bait every female user who has commented on his previous Flipnotes by tagging them all. Pretty sure that's against the rules as well, but once again, this Flipnote is counterproductively locked from editing, later taken down. CWC 3D voice check. Chris tries his hand at 3D as well as doing some terrible impersonations of cartoon characters he likes. It was quickly taken down, put back up on July 24th and taken down on July 26th. My apologies. Chris's final animation before being banned, Chris begins to apologize for disabling and deleting comments, before derailing into a rant about the trolls, blah blah blah, typical. 3DS Flipnote. Almost a year after his last Flipnote, Chris returns with a new one demanding that Flipnote Studio be ported to the 3DS. For some reason, the audio is at double speed and high-pitched, making it near impossible to understand without slowing it down. As with Don't Get Trolled, the Flipnote is just a slightly modified version of someone else's work. And finally, Flipnote, Hippo Flipnote. Evidently, having returned to Flipnote Hatena, Chris uploads a 3-second animation of a hippo pacing back and forth. And you know what, just because I'm going to like try and do something nice here, I'm just going to show you very quickly what this looked like. Well, that was great, that wasn't it? Anyway, Chris's comments. Chris's comments on Flipnote Hatena, much like his comments elsewhere on the internet, were self-centered and devoid of any follow-up. And oh my god, there's so much. Okay, right, let's just go through this. Boo, can you make the voice louder? Teaser to comprehend, please. I have no idea what. Thank goodness somebody transcribed these down here. My trolls did that to my past websites too. I felt deeply hurt too. That's not something you really want to say if you want to keep yourself anonymous. As is giving your initials. Some other retarded commented about a cow. Okay. Which cow Flipnote were you referencing specifically? You're singing my song. I was internet famous. Huge mistake right now. I have removed most everything about myself on the internet, apart from telling people about who you are. From the internet, now there is only one false on me they have, and craft and spare me bad rep me. And worse, they found me in our life to catch footage of me for their gross, uncool amusement. I want to go back to a normal life off of the friggin' internet, back where only you would, when he was only just, going around campuses with attraction signs. That life. And I want my rep clean of their circa crap. Do you have any advice to offer me clean the crap off me? Maybe taking a shower, possibly. Response to the comment in Hippo on your head. Yes, it was different. I agree. I knew of the DS headset when Pokemon Diamond what? Oh, came out, and now I can't find it at all. GameStop, by the way, is that headset compatible with DSi? Peace and good luck, CWC. I'm pretty sure they were, because I'm pretty sure there wouldn't be any reason for Nintendo to develop a completely new, different headphone jack. Unlike this friggin' abomination. And listen, I like Apple products, but this is the single worst thing. Just give us the good old-fashioned, headphone jack. It's just so simple for me. Well, for everyone, to be honest. True words of genius. The 3D effect is brilliant. You, sir, are a genius. Well, at least he's being kind there. If Chris says you're a good artist, then you must be good. Possibly. What is that, like 31 out of 100? Not a pedophile. Your voice is cute. Do not feel ashamed. Nobody is perfect. Well, again, he's just trying to be nice. That was sweet. I can tell you have a bubbly personality from the way your boyfriend is lucky too. That's just a bit weird. To have a gal like you stay sweet, blah blah. Sweet congratulations to both of you people. Comment left on other videos without a picture. Why can't I find this Flipnote on my DSi, even though your profile's posted FN pages? I want to download it. It is funny. In response to Flipnote that's completely ripped off from Family Guy. Right, okay. Chris is not one to talk about ripping stuff off. Chris's favourites. What Chris favorited should not come as a surprise. In addition to the obligatory Sonic, Pokemon, and Family Guy Flipnotes, Chris favorited a number of female-drawn animations done in anime-like styling and done with a particularly shoujo AI UI lesbian, for those not familiar to anime, flavour. Yeah. Sock puppets. Chris apparently registered several sock puppet accounts to favourite himself and give him high ratings. For example, in the space of a few days, Romantic Labyrinth attained over 10,000 stars. This is reminiscent of his campaign to cheat in the Chop Chop Master Onions Rap Showdown, in which he freely admitted to voting himself multiple times. Suspected sock puppets included Enter God Mode, Sonichu Wolf, and Sonichu Forever. Because nobody at all would have used that sort of stuff in any other scenario. And that, guys, was Flipnote Hatena. Chris, again, apparently trying to leave the internet, succeeds in only, again, making himself look more creepy because, again, depending on how much people were trying to troll him over this, Chris was always going to attract attention through, again, making his behaviour 100% plain as day for the world to see. You know, usually I would have suspected that, like, at this point in Chris's life, you would have thought, as well as I would, that Chris just decided to, you know, learn from his mistakes and do anything differently than he had done before. But doesn't seem like that, does it? Doesn't seem as if like he's learned jack squat at all. Again. So anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this reaction video. Please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section down below. Let me know what you guys thought of the Flipnote Hatena saga, courtesy of the Quickie. Please also make sure to also like and subscribe to get daily notifications when my videos come out. And I hope to see all of you guys again in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye for now.